Freda, tell us what you remember about Cyclone Tracy.
The first I knew about it was, well, I'd had my daughter to the doctors and everything. She had tonsillitis. And that evening I was sitting there watching television and that, and I was knitting a cardigan, pink and white cardigan for Brenda. And I heard on the because I was going to televise the Mass from St Mary's and that. And about 11 o'clock the wind got quite strong and things. And then they announced it there at St Mary's that the people better go home because the wind was going to get a lot stronger and that a cyclone was imminent. And I never understood what that meant. So I went off and woke Nick, my husband, and Brenda, and went and got a thermos ready with hot water and put it in the sink because we're going to have coffee in the morning. Then what happened then, as the wind got stronger and that, and we thought we had to find somewhere to go. And they had said Selma was going to go through, I think about the 2nd of December. And they said, open the window on one side as it goes through. And then when it's coming back, because once it gets the eye, then it turns and it comes back, then you close that window and you open the other side. Well, with Tracy, we said, what windows? You know, what windows are there? Because that wasn't working. Big panel fell out and everything. And so we decided we'd better get under the bed in Brenda's room, and that we thought we'd be safe there, under there. And then heard some tin ripping and thought, oh gosh, we're going to get wet under here. So got out, and they had said to go into the toilet, which is the safest place. So we went into the toilet and took a mattress with us in there and put that there. And then we were there and the wind was very strong and that. And then all of a sudden, because the Greeks at the back had just finished building that house and they were happy how they have their celebration, you know, when they've got a roof on. And they don't just finish that. So then, all of a sudden, there was an almighty crash that came through the toilet area, and later on I found out that was the roof of the Greek's house that blew into our place and it knocked a noggin out of the wall and those noggins and it smashed the toilet. So maybe that did my leg, I don't know, but I had Brenda, I was nursing her, and she was thrown into the mattress there. And I just ran. I got under another mattress, but I panicked, of course. And then I ran out, and Nick had picked up Brenda, the screaming child, wondering what was happening. And I ran out, and I fell in the mud. And I got up. Adrenaline sets in when something happens, for sure. Anyway, we got into one car, and then the windscreen went in that car, so we had to get out of that one. We got in the other one there. I was down on the floor, everything, and then Brenda and then Nick, you know, we were there, and then discovered that my leg was badly cut and everything. So he tore my dress and put a tourniquet around it, tied a piece of the dress around my leg, and but we did try to get the car started to go out. It wouldn't start. I don't know why, but anyway, in the morning it did start.
So how long were you in the car for?
From about, well, that hit about probably about 1, I don't know exactly, but seemed to be a long time, because my husband went off to find the police station when it got a bit lighter and that, and some people two men came round offering me wine. I want that. No. I'm there with Brenda, you know, that everything. So, so then we did manage to get out in the morning.
When you look back on that night now,
Yeah.
almost 50 years on,
No.
what memories come back for you? What emotions come back?
Oh, everything. Everything. I can't handle things. I still can't read stories. I've got books, a lot of books, Cyclone Tracy, but I can't read them. I start to read them and I tear up. I start to talk about it. I can feel my eyes starting to water, you know. It still so emotionally affected me, you know, all my life then. It was a horrific sound, the tin, you know, ripping off a roof and things like that. I still can't stand that sound now. I just had here, my carport there, the tree next door there, with a cotton tree or some tree it is, and it's grown up and I thought, what's that noise I can hear, the scraping? And it was the tree, the branch of the tree was there, and it was just going up and down the other week. I had to tell her, I had to say something, and she cut it.
But
that brought back memories with that sound. Just that scraping, that was horrible sound too. I couldn't stand. I just went, freaked out. And there's a big plane that I was told I was going out on, and it was a big Hercules. And I thought, well, my husband's got Brenda, so that's good, you know. I'll go down to Brisbane and I'll be right, and I'll come back, you know, not be long, and that. And but they wanted him to start, you know, do work, which he did at Ludmilla School, handing out milk for the babies and all this sort of thing, doing stuff. But he handed Brenda to the captain, Captain Charlie, of that plane. And I didn't know she was on the plane. I had no idea.
So you're on the same plane, but you don't know that she's on the plane?
Oh, no. I don't know whether they give him something to sort of calm you down or something, you know, because you're just laying there and you're looking up and there's stretcher up there and there's more stretchers there, you know, and that. But you're not worried. You're not panicking or anything. And you're not trying, you know.
You've shown us these incredible photos that were taken on the day of the evacuation of your daughter, who's just 2 years old. She's got a tag around her ankle. Tell us what was going on there.
Oh, the one with her, she's got a tag around her leg because, that's the only way that they would have known that her name was, because she had nothing else. So they'd put this luggage tag around her leg with her name on it, and she was handed to the Salvation Army family, to Beulah Harris at the time, was her name, and everything. And I never knew, and then she was handed to another lady, Olive, because she was a nurse and everything, and lived near in Everton Park there, the Fishleys. And then she finished up, she was with the Fishleys, Nan and Pop, and she stayed there. And she was happy there. They took her to the doctors, of course. She was underweight, you know, she was, yeah.
So this is in Richmond. Yeah. You're taken to the hospital?
I'm taken to the hospital, yeah. I never knew anything.
Didn't know where Brenda was?
No. Never had any idea where she was. I don't think I really was conscious enough to think about things like that, though, you know, because they brought her in and they'd made some clothing for her and everything, and they just were wonderful. Yeah, those people. And Nan and Pop, yeah, we went down many times to them afterwards and all that, but she stayed there. Then when I came out, of course, I saw her too there. I went to King Charles Hospital. It was a heart hospital at the time down there, but they took people in too, of course, after the cyclone and that. And I was there for a while, just probably recovering. and that.
And then at some point they brought, do you remember when they brought Brenda in to see you?
Yes, they brought her in, this little girl. She had shoes and socks on. She had a lovely blue linen dress on, everything. Yeah, they brought her in. Yeah.
Must have been pretty happy to see her.
Oh, yeah, because I thought she was back in Darwin. I never knew anything, you know. I thought she's with Nick, she's fine. But it wasn't to be, was it? No.
So then you spend some time recovering in Brisbane and then you decide to come back to Darwin?
Well, I had to come back to Darwin then. Well, it was all right. You know, they said it would be all right, you come back. Because they fixed up all their affairs, everything, and you had a certain thing. When you were all right, you come back to Darwin, naturally. And, yeah, so then I came back. I stayed 3 days, and then I couldn't handle it with a 2-year-old because I could hardly move, you know, with things and that. And the place, yeah, no.
And
So,
your house would have been destroyed?
yeah, a lot of it. It was pretty good, that place. Well, somebody I know, a carpenter, a proper builder, was very strong too.
So you go back then to Brisbane?
Yeah, we went back. We went down, both the husband and I went down, took Brenda down there, and then we decided that we'd, you know, leave her there. She's happy there, you know, with those people, yeah, Salvation Army people. So, yeah, then I come back to Darwin then.
It must have been hard to be separated from your daughter for that long.
It was hard. It was very hard. It's not something you'd ever do, you know, with that. But anyway, yeah, so then we had to do that. Then we went down and got it when we had the place, you know, reasonable and some fence and gates up and things like that.
The injury you suffered to your leg, that was quite serious and affected you for some time, didn't it?
Yes, my leg was. It was all cut, and they probably tried to, they did try to skin graft it because they took a piece off my backside there. Yeah, they took a piece off there to put on my leg. But that's the best they could do with that. And then my ankle was, yeah, go to one side, my foot would go, wouldn't come back, and they called it drop foot. I had drop foot. So that had to go into a plaster cast, and I had to stay with that for a while. That was in the hospital.
And there was an infection in your leg for a long time.
There was that infection that got into my leg. No idea what it was. It was just little sore bits. It's very slowly growing, you know, that's what happened. Yeah, very slow. I got something done at about 37 years. The doctor did a biopsy. No one had worried about all that. Nobody, I didn't. It stopped me from bending my leg properly and things like that. And then that came back a long-term injury. Well, I knew that. Thank you, I said to him. Oh, this one, I don't know. Still here, that one too, that doctor. No. Anyway, yeah. So he said that. And then he decided, 2 years ago, must be 2 years now, no, 3 years maybe, put me through to the dermatologist. And she did a big biopsy on that, big one, and it came back as Bowen's plague. So she started treating it, and what she's treated it with is all the things like dry ice all the time, and the same when I had things down the bottom of my leg there. Good old-fashioned Vaseline, that's what they use. They don't use all these new kind of the old things. Yeah, a lot better. I've just had a break out. My ankle, a bit of skin comes off somewhere, that's the end if it's open. You know, that's the end. But, the pain that I got the other week was horrendous. Oh, it was excruciating. It really was.
Do you worry about the potential of another cyclone?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. When it gets windy or something, because we've had Marcus and all that. And I used to be able to go to, before Tracy, we'd go to a friend's place there over in Wanguri. They had a high house. A photo there of them. All what's left of that was all gone. Yeah, and there was a girl, she was in the hospital with me. Jill was her name. I don't know what ever happened to her, but she was hurrying home on her motor scooter, and at Aurelia Street there, when she turned there, she came off it. Well, she lost her leg. I was in hospital next to her. To this day, I don't know what happened.
A lot of people we've spoken to said that for a long time after the cyclone, they just couldn't talk about it.
Oh no, you can't. I'm going to be better now. It's probably because I've talked about it more this year, and that I would break down and just in tears, you know. I still can't read much. No, the stories and that. Yeah.
Because it just brings back...
Too much. Too much with that. Because it's not something you ever want to go through. And hopefully the weather stays good. Or does it? But everywhere's the same. No matter where you go to live,